What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I am back with another video. Well, we are.
Aloha, everyone.
So we're doing something totally different this month. And instead of us saying what it is, let's dive in and let our special guest let us know what's up. Now, we have not watched this pre-recorded video, so you guys are going to see our reaction to what we're about to share.
Hey everybody! No. Don't go. You are in the right place. You are on Rochelle Adamson Budgets, but I am a guest on her channel today because this segment is actually Tinesha's budget takeover. I have been watching Rochelle for years. I've been watching her budgets, and I'm a very opinionated person. I have an opinion about everything. So why wouldn't I have an opinion about her money and what she does with it? So she agreed to allow me to budget her money in the way that I would budget my own. We are going to do things a little differently this time. Now, Rochelle and Micah, I know that you guys have a way that you tend to spend your money, but I'm going to encourage you for October to think outside the box, to be a little open-minded, and just know that this is just 1 month out of your financial life. For the rest of you all, what you need to know is that they are in a very unique and awesome situation. They are debt-free, right? So there's no way that we can mess this up because nothing's really dependent on it. They are also what I consider high income earners. So that meant that there is a lot of room for me to play in the way that I want to play, that Micah may be a little more happy with than Rochelle. Because Micah tends to be the saver in the family and Rochelle is the spender. And unfortunately for Rochelle, I am a saver. So let's get into this and let's talk about this.
How do you feel?
I'm a little nervous right now. Whatever money I have in my wallet, I guess is all I'm going to have for the month of October. And you know what? I'm here for it. Different is good. And I'm excited to turn this new leaf in life, okay? I am excited to be different.
Okay.
I'm setting a new tone here, okay? I'm digging me out a new path, okay? That's all I have. That's all I have.
That's it. All right.
Now, because I said before that their situation is a little unique, I kind of structured this a little different in the orders that I want to talk about their money, okay? So we're going to go from what's least important to me down to what's most important to me. And I'm going to explain some things along the way. Okay, so the first thing Rochelle shared with me is that their expected income is going to be $10,572. Now, we are going to do an every dollar budget. So that means I am going to allocate every single dollar that they plan to bring in to something of my choosing, okay? So the first thing I want to show you guys, though, is this right here. I wanted to keep in transportation because I want to show that they actually do not have a car payment because they recently sold their car. Yay! Check out the eye in the sky. Rochelle, put in the eye in the sky. Okay? Showing the video where you talk about you guys paying off your car, actually selling the car. Love it, love it. So then we're going to jump down to their subscription services. Once again, because they are debt free, they do have more room to play than a lot of other people. Normally with subscription services, I always say the less the better, but they pretty much have room to play, so I do not even mind. I don't mind their subscriptions at all. It does not trigger me, and I get easily triggered when it comes to spending money in the least. So right here we see that we have $13 for Netflix, $5 for Tidal, $10 for the Dollar Shave Club, $8 for Wix, $5 for Greenlight, I don't even know what that is, and $22 for YouTube Premium, and that is for the family package, okay? So the next category we are going to go down to, and subscription services. So that gives us a total of $63, which is about 1% of their income in subscriptions. Not bad. Not bad at all. The next thing we're going to go down and take a look at is their food. Now, I did something a little different here, but actually it's pretty similar. If you look at any of Rochelle's past budgets, you will see that the food and grocery category was kind of hard to put your hands around because she had so many different categories. And to me, that could almost be a form of spending and hiding money. Not to say that that's what she was doing, but I'm just saying that when you really can't see the full clear amount because there's so many different categories, you might get a false sense of what you're actually spending, right? So I just pulled everything and put it into one neat pot. This pot says $750 for the month of October that they can use in food and groceries. Now, should I say you or her? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Okay, let's talk to you. Rochelle. How you choose to spend this money is totally up to you. But I did add a note in here that shows the breakdown of typically what you normally do. Normally you set aside $200 for cash envelope, and that's for when you're out and you have to make grocery store runs and you're spending a little bit here and a little bit there. You pull from your cash envelopes. And then you also have about typically $400 that you spend in groceries. And that is for when you're in places like Costco that does not accept cash, that you do have to use a debit card or a credit card to pay for the groceries. And then you also had a fun eating out category, and I chose to put $150 here, which may be more than what you need, but hey girl, you a spender, go ham. In the next category, we're going to talk about their personal funds. I reviewed some of your budgets from months past, and I seen that you guys you kind of ranged off of what you gave yourself for spending money. So I met somewhere, I feel, amongst the top. This is a lot of money. I know for you it's not, but it is. So let me tell you, Micah, $450. And that $50 is for some of the bills that I know that you pay out of your pocket that may not have been itemized here, so that's why there's an extra $50. Rochelle, I gave you $400. I am going to challenge you for the month of October to stick within these budgets, meaning that if you have $400 to spend, that's what you have. You have $400. And so if you wanted to buy something that costs $700, you have to save up for it, hun. You got to save up for it. And that means that sometimes you do have to save your personal spending money. Because the money is a personal spending money, it doesn't mean that you have to spend it. You can actually use it for purchases later. And I know you know this. I'm just spelling it out in case your audience doesn't know this, okay? So $400 for you, $450 for Micah, and then we have $50 for my girl, Eva. Cash envelopes. $450 for cash envelopes. Now, you may want to take a break right here and explain what your cash envelopes are. Now, with the cash envelope...
Pay cut.
No, because I told her $300 or $400 for your money.
A check.
Oh, it's okay, babe. I gave you some of mine. I might have. That might be an error on my part because I sent our budget to her, and so I pretty much probably put $400.
Oh, okay.
In my head because it's every 2 weeks, but he really gets $800 per month. So don't worry.
600.
600 per month, but we divvy out 800.
That's fine though. I can live off 400.
No, we gonna get you your money.
Okay. I've been saving it and then investing it anyway. I haven't been buying
We're
nothing.
gonna give you some more to save and invest. Okay,
All
you gotta
right.
make some purchases. Stuff is about to happen.
Oh yeah.
So,
because it's gonna be in another video, I guess.
yes.
Stay tuned later.
More stuff coming on the way.
Okay.
So, cash envelopes. You guys know I love using cash, and Tanesha is respecting my wishes. I didn't know if she would do it or not, but she's giving me cash envelope money. I'm so happy. And so what I do is I allocate certain buckets to groceries, tips, miscellaneous, anything I have to pay cash only for. And I just find that whatever I have left over, I roll over. There's our ambulance.
Every time.
You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up.
Hopefully they're saving lives, so we'll take it.
I'm so sorry, y'all. But anyway, what I do is any money I have left over every month, I roll it over so my cash envelopes build up over time. So I was worried that she wouldn't give me no cash, but I don't have to worry no more because she does love me. Okay, so back to the video.
Envelopes. I did notice that normally you do have $650. 200 of those dollars are set aside for the groceries. But as you see, I kind of moved that 200 up to the food so that we can see that nice clear space of what we're actually spending on food for the month. And so that's why the cash envelopes are $450. I also noticed that you had cute little sinking fund envelope for electronic spending. Work that out with this $450. And the way I see it is you probably should have money saved up already in these different cash envelopes. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not sure. But if not, you got to make it work. It's only 1 month, October. The next section is gifts. And we have $350 set aside for gifts. And this is on trend with what you normally do in the past. Now, I know you made mention that you want to give more and more and more, and I say that's all fine and dandy, but let's first reach some of our financial goals before we raise the cap on the giving. So $350 for gifts, and that also means, because once again, I noticed that when I was reviewing some of your previous budgets, some of the money tend to be, I don't know if it was hidden, I just don't know, because you actually had in your electronic sinking funds, you had categories for gifts. Now, I'm not sure if that is separate, like a separate whole nother giving thing, or if you're pulling it from here. But typically it should be pulled from here, whether it's electronic or not.
That's a good idea.
So,
They have electronic gifts.
what we're going to talk about next is the savings, okay? Typically
So I have gifts electronic for when I'm buying people gifts online.
Oh,
see what I'm saying? That way.
Okay.
And then I have gifts like stuff we buy from Walmart when Eva's gifting people stuff when she's mailing out stuff.
Okay.
So, but that makes sense just to keep it all electronic, and then I can track it better.
Right.
Because it's a rolling sinking fund.
I thought you was buying people iPhones.
Not at all. Let us continue.
or if you're pulling it from here. But typically it should be pulled from here, whether it's electronic or not. So what we're going to talk about next is the savings, okay? Typically in the past, for the emergency fund, you set aside $200 a month. And that is because you have already reached baby step 1. According to Dave Ramsey's baby steps, baby step 1 is putting away $1,000. But you guys should actually be working toward baby step 3, where after you are debt free, which you all are, congratulations, you next are supposed to save up at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. Now, your living expenses are pretty low. What I did is I said that your living expenses are $865. That is really actually high, because really it's not. I took your mortgage, then I took all of your subscription services, and we came to the number of $865. So $865 a month times 3 means that you should actually have $2,595 set aside. As of September, you guys have $2,200 set aside. And again, I'm going off of videos past. That may have changed right now, but I'm just going off of those numbers. So what that says is for a 3-month emergency fund, you should have $2,595 saved. So to get you to that 3-month mark, we are going to set aside $395 to go into the emergency fund savings account. After that, I set aside $1,838 for savings. Now, this is such an odd number because honestly, it's what was remaining after I did everything else that I wanted to do with your money, okay? So you have $1,838 remaining. And the reason why I decided to put this in your savings is because I know that you guys are doing some home improvement on your rental property right now. And you're actually saving up to do a kitchen remodel, which you would like to have at least $10,000 by the end of the year, and you're somewhere between halfway there right now. For October, hopefully, if all things go according to my plan, you can put another $1,838. And we all know in order to do that, we have to say no and exercise some delayed gratification when it comes to spending. Now, let me tell you, I'm not too worried. And the reason why I'm not too worried, because again, as I was spying on all of your past videos, what I know is that right now about $10,500 is the expected income. But we also know that Micah has a tendency to do a lot of overtime. And normally you actually get more money. And so what I say is the more money that you get, you can use that to spend. Or you can actually use that money and beef up this savings account even more, because again, I know that kitchens and bathrooms are awesome places to invest your money in because it will actually bring up the value of your property. And guess where I learned that? Yup. Money Monday with Rochelle Adamson Budgets. Check that out, guys, in the eye in the sky. If you haven't participated in her live shows, there's so much information, so much fun, and fun and games included. Okay. Now, this last area is the area that I'm most excited about, okay? First, let me start from the bottom up. Let's look at cable. They don't have a cable bill. Water, gas, electricity. They don't have a water, gas, and electricity bill. And this is because they are currently living in Hawaii for work. And so Micah's job actually picks up the expenses of those things, which I want to point that out because when we look at our budgets, we also have to look at the perks and benefits we get from career choices that we make. So this is an awesome perk and benefit. So while we see the $10,500 and something dollars, they actually make way more than that because we actually get to include the fact that they don't have car or transportation fees. We actually get to include that they don't have to pay utility bills like the way the rest of us have to pay. So they don't have to pay your typical rent or mortgage to live over there in Hawaii. They have cell phone is for $186, and then their mortgage payment is $640, guys. Their mortgage, they only owe about $35,000 on their home. After September, it's probably a little less than that. I'm not even sure because I have not seen their September numbers just yet, right? But let's go with around $35,000. That can be as good as paid off. And that would be where my attention and my energy would be focused. Because some of you who are familiar with my channel, Fun and Budget with Tinesha Davis, you will know that that is one of my long-term goals. So if it's one of my long-term goals, we're going to make it one of theirs too, which actually it is one of their goals. But we're just going to make it a little bit more of an aggressive goal. So I say let's send a great, big, old, whopping $5,000 to this goal. Rochelle, do not get scared. Do not get scared. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Just 1 month. Just 1 month. But let me show you something. Okay. I pulled up in an, I can never say this word, amortization. I pulled up one of them schedules for you, okay? And in this schedule, we plugged in $35,000 for the loan. We say that the term on this loan is 7 years, and only because I know that you say your loan payment is about $640, and so I figured that property taxes is factored into that. But as you see on this spreadsheet, we don't make room for the property taxes. So I say maybe about $528 is what actually goes to the principal and the interest, right? Now these numbers can be a little off, but this is just to give us an idea of where we're at. So we know that your interest rate on this property is 7%. And I say if we look at this starting to pay it now of October of 2020, if we make this additional $5,000 payment, let me, oh gosh, this is a screenshot, so I can't remove it. But if we make this additional $5,000 payment, and if we do this for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, that last month, you will only make an additional $2,000 payment. If you do this, you can have this baby paid off by May. By May, you can be completely debt free, okay? By May. But even if not, let me pull up something. Okay, we can see this. Even if you don't, let's take out all of this extra stuff. See how these numbers are changing? Let's just say you just made this additional $5,000 for this month. You reduce your loan by 14 months. So this is what it looks like. Once again, if we just make that stretch of $5,000 a month, Micah, if you have to work overtime because you know you may have to spend or need to spend more in other areas. I know that you guys have a sinking fund to go to Mexico and things like that. And again, a budget is made to be flexible, so sometimes things come up. But while things aren't coming up, we can make these stretch goals, get out of our comfort zone a little bit, and this thing can be paid off in under 7 months. So that is so dope to me. I wish that was me. I wish that was me. Okay, now I know that you all also had this question about possibly refinancing because you feel like the 7% interest rate is high. But I say that with only $35,000 left on a mortgage, it doesn't make too much of a difference because look at this. I did the numbers for you. Even if you did refinance to a 3% interest rate on a 5-year loan, and then you still made that same $5,000 stretch goal, we're only paying this off. Actually, we're not paying it off any earlier. That's weird. Because with the additional payments, it still has us paying it off in May of 2020, right? But what you may save on a little bit is interest. Just a little bit, though. With the first term, the 7% term, you're going to pay with the additional payments about $770 in interest. With the 3% interest rate, you're going to pay $320 in interest. The reason why I say that is not big enough of a gap, big enough of a change for me is because it's going to cost you to actually buy that new loan. That new loan can cost you up to $5,000. I'm going to say between $3,000 and $5,000 in loan fees.
No, thank you.
Which to me is not worth it because that same $3,000 to $5,000 can just be applied to the principal since you only owe $35,000 on the loan. And so that's why for this budget right here, my big stretch for you would be to throw more money at the mortgage than not. And I actually played around with, I said, well, what if you threw an extra $6,000 a month or $7,000 a month? And that only cuts your rates by about 2 months. And so it's not necessarily worth it because I do know how much being able to do other things and to being able to enjoy your life is important. How important that is to you and your family. And I totally agree. I am not one to say, you know what, let's cut back on everything in our lives just to reach a financial goal when that financial goal is going to be met eventually. Thank you guys for watching. I am Taneisha Davis. This is Tanisha's Budget Takeover. And if you guys want me to come into your life with some fresh, honest insight about your budget, with all my opinions and all, shoot me an email at tanishadavis@gmail.com and I can possibly come and take over your budget. Until the next video, guys, don't forget to give Rochelle a thumbs up. Don't forget, or maybe a thumbs down if I annoy you, or if you think I was rude, or how dare she say this, that, and the other. Interaction is interaction, Rochelle. And then if you see too many thumbs down, then you just know, don't have me back again. So don't forget to do that. Don't forget to leave us a comment below and subscribe if you are not already a member of Rochelle's family, Rochelle Adamson's Budget. And check me out over there at Fun and Budget with Taneisha Davis, and we can have this conversation even further. And oh, y'all already know, Rochelle took over my budget. I have no idea what she did to me. I have no idea. But this was super fun. Until the next video, guys. Peace.
What you think?
I love it. I cannot wait to see how October goes. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Did you guys enjoy this takeover, this budget takeover for the month of October? Are you excited to see what's going to happen with both of our budgets? Don't forget to go over to her channel so you can see how it went with us. Right. Because we took over Tanisha's budget, okay? But thanks for tuning in to another video. I promise to give weekly updates and let you guys know how I am doing budget-wise, making sure I'm taking all that list of goals and knocking them out, okay? I am so excited. Just the thought of being mortgage-free in 6 months. Yeah. Or at least almost. Right. That just does something for me. It does. It's pretty awesome, right? Yeah. Okay. This video.
Buckle down.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I am so excited. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this budget takeover, and if you're interested in having your budget taken over, just drop me a DM or email me or email Tanisha, and we can try to see if we can get yours done too. Well, that's all. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Peace.